Come on in, pull up a chair, and take a load off because today I'll be unboxing and taking a first look at emergency broadcast from Games by Bicycle. And we'll dive on in right after this. Howdy, 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 gang. Welcome once again to the Duct Tape Studios. I'm Jeff McAleer, your host here at the Gaming Gang channel. As I mentioned in the open, today I am going to be taking a first look at emergency broadcast from Games by Bicycle. But first, I do want to let you know that we are in the midst of the Gaming Gang October Spooktacular 2021. And what that means is each and every day, you're going to find a brand new tabletop gaming related video on thegaminggang.com. And of course, here on the Gaming Gang YouTube channel. Now, it might be a first look, such as today's video, or a review, or if it's a Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday, that means it's a live stream of my show, the Gaming Gang Dispatch, right here on YouTube at 7 p.m. Central. Also, at 9 p.m. Central each and every night during October, stop by thegaminggang.com as I'll be hosting an old-time radio show destined to give you a chill down your spine all throughout the month of October. All right, that said, we are taking a look at emergency broadcast from Games by Bicycle. It's designed by Charlie Hoops. The game is for 2 to 4 players, ages 10 and up, plays in around 30 minutes, and does carry an MSRP of $24.99. So let's swing on over to the other camera because here I've got emergency broadcast. So do want to point out that the fine folks over at Bicycle Games, or Games by Bicycle, I hear it two ways, actually were kind enough to provide me with this review copy. Keeping in mind, this is the first look, this is an unboxing. I have not seen anything really inside this box just yet. But thank you for the review copy from the fine folks over at Bicycle. So let's take a look at the back here. First of all, I'm going to point out this box has some heft to it. I understand this is a tile laying game, so this has some pretty good heft. As a first responder, it's up to you to save the residents of your community. You must secure supplies and equipment before the floodwaters rise, leaving less land and fewer resources. Review your rescue objectives. Strategically lay tiles to secure the resources your community needs. Score the most points before the floodwaters rise and overwhelm the city. All right, very cool. So let me slash these little plastic stickers open and let's see what we've got inside. All right, so first of all, we have an instruction booklet, which looks very, very short. So we've got kind of a game board, a scoreboard, got the dry erase marker. So we're going to take a look at all of this in just a moment. So first off, let's take a peek at the rules. So our objective is to be the first responder on a mission to rescue the residents of your community. The game plays over 3 rounds. The waters rise and become more treacherous in each round, leaving less land available for rescue. Score points each round based on how well the resources on the board match your personal rescue objectives. So we get a setup. We've got the different resources: raft, tent, battery pack, food, and medical kit. Talking about the gameplay, laying the tiles, exchanging tiles, scoring a card, moving your first responder. Talking about half tiles. So it looks like we've got some half tiles. It's like they represent 2 things, possibly. Scoring at the end of your round. Talking about the rising water. Some examples of scoring as well. And that is it. I mean, that's pretty quick instructions right there to jump on into. Right, so we've got what appears to be a small game board. This is where we're going to be laying our tiles, it seems. So relatively thick cardstock. It is finished on this side. Not well, yeah, it's got a matte finish on the other side. So this is where we're going to drop the tiles. We've got a actually relatively thick cardstock emergency broadcast scoreboard where we're going to keep tally of each of the players' scores throughout the 3 rounds, as well as the final score. We've got a little meeple. Oh, there we go. We got a meeple there. And we've got our tiles. And these tiles are plastic. Almost looks like they have stickers on them. So these look like these are the half tiles. We got a bunch of tiles here as well. So we've got that. Looks like we also have, it looks like we're going to be able to have our tiles sitting, here we go, must go like something like this. We're going to drop our tiles down and hide them from the other players, but have them available to us to see. So we've got that. And then we also have a deck of cards. This no doubt must be giving us our objectives, and it looks like the deck is broken up by rounds. So we'll take a look at that as well. And do want to point out that we've got a bit of an insert here. So the deck of cards goes here. These trays go here. Oh, there's a first player token. Is that it? Yeah, I missed that. So we got a first player token as well. That's kind of cool that we've got an insert as opposed to just tossing everything into the box. Let's take a look at some of these tiles. And you know what? I am going to zoom in as far as I can get here. We'll get a little better look at these tiles. So as I mentioned, these are plastic. So obviously enough, these blue tiles here are rising waters, like so. Just like that. I know we've got more in the other bag as well. But these are those, the dual, and these are not stickers. So that is very cool. So these will stand up to a lot of play. To kind of give you an idea of these. Those are very nice. All right, so we also have this big package right here of a bunch of tiles. And it looks like we've got, these are mainly, so here we got a lot. Oh, these are 2. Those are attached. These are 2 water rising tiles. I wonder if we utilize those maybe in the 3rd round as the waters are rising even more. That's possible. Kind of give you an idea of these. Oh, these are also dual. Those are 2 tiles together, as you can see. So I'm curious if they're all like this. I think they are. I think they are all dual. I'm wondering if we actually will have the tiles face down and we're selecting just, just selecting them randomly and then having to lay them down. That's a possibility. With a lot of tile laying games, that's usually the case. So as I mentioned, we got a lot of these. We got loads and loads of these. And as you can see with this board, we're not going to be utilizing all of these tiles at one time. There's way more tiles here than there are spaces on this board. So that's kind of cool. All right, let's take a look at, I'm going to push these back. And we're going to take a look at this deck of cards here. So I am just going to Use the old hobby knife. Open that up. See what we've got. So this is round 3. A lot of cards for round 3. There we go. And then, okay, rounds 1 and 2. Okay, so we essentially have 2 decks. Rounds 1 and 2 and round 3. So I believe these are objectives. So largest flood coverage. So we're looking to try to score by having a bunch of, basically we have these 4 connected: raft coverage, battery pack coverage, medical coverage, tent coverage, so the same thing. Most food. So I think these squares represent districts of the community. So we have most rafts, most battery packs, floating power station. So we need a layout like that somewhere on the grid. Floating hospital, floating housing, floating feast. Oh, look at that. Safe encampment, rescue boats, first aid, radio waves, seafood. Got rising tides, and it's showing us how many points we get to score. So for an example here, we get 2 points if we have this layout. And then for the floating hospital, we get 1 point for each adjacent raft and medical kit pair. We got some power up, food pyramid, emergency treatments, charging stations. So we've got quite a lot of these. And I think, I might be wrong, but I think you can have multiple objectives. And once you complete it, I think you score it, and then you draw another objective. I believe, I am not positive, but I think that's how the game's going to work. So this is our 3rd round. So we also have, it looks like a repeat of a lot of these. Looks like the scoring looks the same as well. Convention cooking, safe encampment. Yeah. It's just different color scheme on the cards, and these are round 3. So it's giving us a breakdown on the scoring as well. All right. So we've got the 2 decks of cards. We've got all of these plastic tiles, which these are not stickers. Looks like those are silk screened on there, those symbols. We've got the trays, where I'm guessing you're probably going to put your tiles like so in the trays. You're going to have so many tiles to work with. Kind of give you an idea like that. And then, of course, you're hiding it from your opponents. So we've got the 4 trays. Once again, as I mentioned, a bunch of these tiles. We've got some of these multi-tile. There are 2. We got a first player marker. We got an orange meeple. The score pad that is erasable. And we've got a dry erase marker with this as well. And we've got the rule book. And that's what we find when we take everything from emergency broadcast outside the box. Of course, I'm going to have a review of emergency broadcast in the very near future. Once again, emergency broadcast is from Games by Bicycle, designed by Charlie Hoops. It's for 2 to 4 players, ages 10 and up, plays around 30 minutes, and is available right now for $24.99. All right, that's it for this time out. If you like this video, by all means, please give it a quick thumbs up. Subscribe to the Gaming Gang channel if you haven't already. And if you do subscribe, ding that bell. It'll not only let you know when I upload videos such as this, also tell you when my live stream, the Gaming Gang Dispatch, airs right here on YouTube Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday nights at 7 p.m. Central. Of course, I'm Jeff McAleer. Thank you very much for watching. And until I see you next time, here's hoping each and every one of you out there gets to enjoy plenty of great gaming with your very own gang. Oh, you're still here. Well, while you're kicking it, how about subscribing to the Gaming Gang channel or seeing the latest episode of the Gaming Gang Dispatch or finding out what YouTube recommends you check out here at my channel. And of course, don't forget, get your geek on at thegaminggang.com.